Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're taking a look at Nikaya Wavetable and FM Synth by Cem Olcay. Let's urge. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. Thank you to everybody who's reached out and sent well wishes while I'm dealing with this virus that I know now it is a virus and I'm on antibiotics and there. So we had a massive shift in weather here in Australia. It's been raining all week and every day I've been getting up to 1 degree, 0 degrees, 2 degrees, and it's been a massive change in the weather, and I reckon doctor reckons I've got a virus from it. So here's where we are, and that's why I haven't been too well, but we're on the mend with drugs. Thank you, drugs. And a bit of other stress going on, but here we are. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for your patience. I mean, I missed the rant this week, which I really wanted to do, but that didn't happen. But we're back. And let's say hello to everybody here in the chat, and then we'll get down to this wonderful, wonderful little synthesizer that Cem has popped out. Thomas Christ, g'day. Jim Shannon, David Live to Fly channel, Jamie Lynn, hi again. Who else? Hugh Caldwell. I wish I was back under that warm duvet. I tell you what, Hugh, I have slept so much in the last 4 days. That bed, oh God, we've had some moments. Leela, hello, good to see your iPad back and all that jazz. Who else have I missed? It's here in that chat. Thanks, Thomas, for banging the links in as always. You're a legend. Sean Chandler, g'day. Jim Shannon, I already said hi to you, I think. Fucking hell. Cheers, Hugh. We're good. We're good. We'll get better. Everything will be all right. I do need to let you know, guys, there will be no walk with me this week. Clearly, it's been raining all week and I'm sick. I can't go out and film Walk With Me. So there will be no Walk With Me this week, but there will be another show. There'll be a demo in place of it. So I think I'm going to look at dialect. Finally, scary times. All right, but today we're looking at this wonderful new synth from Cem Olcay, and it is called Nikaya Wavetable and FM Synth. You can grab it, cough with me. You can grab it for $6.99 on the App Store. It works on all iOS devices and Mac. So if you've got a Mac and you buy it on your iPad, it's going to work on your Mac as well. Cough with me. Well, that's pretty much what's been going on over here. I wish I could have set up the camera for you all so you could see the amount of diarrhea and stuff that's been happening the last few days. Non-stop. Anyway, there's the price. It is $6.99, and it's, again, Cem is delving into the world of synthesis instead of MIDI generators. Hello, Falcro. So this is a wavetable. Now, what is a wavetable? What is wavetable synthesis? You know what? This is really cool. I like it when a developer puts out a tutorial or a manual and actually describes what their synthesizer is. So what is a wavetable? And Cem has actually done this. I'm going to show it to you. Here's the manual, which you can get from Cem's website, which is really good. Really good. Hey, Cem, what's going on? Good to see you. So, wavetable synthesis is a digital technique that allows oscillators to sweep through a series of single cycle waveforms stored in a wavetable. Unlike traditional subtractive synthesis, which relies on fixed wave shapes like a sine or a saw or a square, you know what those familiar shapes. Wavetable synthesis offers dynamic spectral content that you can morph continuously between the waveforms over time. FM synthesis. Remember, we've got both in here. So frequency modulation synthesis involves using one oscillator, the modulator, to vary the frequency of another oscillator, the carrier. So you've got a carrier and you've got an operator, and they work together. It's like Zool from Ghostbusters. You need to have the keymaster and the gatekeeper, and that's what FM synthesis is. When they come together, they make a gigantic marshmallow monster. No, that's not what happens. But there you go. That's the basis of FM synth. Now, I have a project ready to go to play using 3 instances of this wonderful synth. That's only $7. Ridiculous. There it is there. That's what it looks like. And I think I've got a couple of copies of Elastic OSC in here. And it's all running through the daemon, the beast, which there'll be a show. I think we'll do the show on Fugue Machine Rubato next week. There's a lot I haven't learnt yet, but we're getting close. So let's play this. So we got 2 synths on 2 tracks, and we got 3 on another, and this just sounds rad. You ready? Let's do it. Well, damn, how beautiful does that sound? Just delightful. Let's get into it. Jerry Gomes, hello. Arthur, g'day. Moby Pixel, what's happening? Tony Howie, hello. Alrighty, let's show you how this thing works. Just wonderful stuff. I'm going to clear this out of here. I've already saved it, so we're good. We'll load up an instance of this. I'm just going to load a MIDI channel in case we need it. And let's load up Nikaya. And we'll attach a keyboard and stuff. So we're good. All right. Here we go. Let's kill. Boom. So this very easy to use. You're not going to get too confused. We'll start off down the bottom this time because you've got a keyboard provided. You can get rid of it if you don't want it by tapping the little arrow in the bottom corner. If it's kind of annoying, it's got a hold, so that's nice. We can change the octave here, so we can go up and down, drag up and down octaves. So all the way up, 3, here's how high it goes. I think it's a 3, and then back down to 0. So you've got your octaves down here in the bottom corner. And we've got this XY. So how does this XY thing work as well? Now, if I turn this off, I'm just going to turn off the mount. Let's turn off the LFOs. Now, when this is off, I can't do anything over here. So this is your wavetable. This is the graphic, the representation of your wavetable. So you can see here as these are all different waves, and you can see the different shapes as they go along in a 3-dimensional block. When the XY is off, I can't move anything on. I can't interact with this. But when it is on, like so, I can actually come in here and drag these around. So up and down, if I go up, is going to control the oscillator 1. which you can see over here moving. If I move this over here, that line through the wavetable is going to move, right? So that's our wave there running through. But as I said, if you go up over here, you can drag that yourself. And if you go left and right, it will be the oscillator 2 moving. If you do a diagonal, you're going to be moving both of them. So you've got the power to use your finger at the same time to move these around instead of relying on the LFOs. So really good for performance. Yeah, let's lock some notes down. Fuck, that sounds great. Nice. All right. So that's that. We've got up the top corner our settings. We'll run through the settings. So you can choose your MIDI channel. You can, for both LFOs, you can turn on this reset phase trigger if you want. That's up to you. Re-trigger the envelope. You can turn that on and off as well. The keyboard octave count is what you can decide there. You've got a tutorial, Cem's usual tutorial, which you can load up in the app. From my experience, this never works when it's loaded as an AUv3. You have to do it as a standalone. I've never had luck opening the tutorial as an AUv3. It crashes. But we also have a manual in here too, so if you want to go and read that, and I showed you at the start, if you click on it, it's going to take you to this page here with Le Full Manuel, so you can go and read to your heart's content. It's not long. It's not going to hurt your brain. And we probably all should be doing more reading, shouldn't we? Because that's probably how the world got the way it is right now. I don't know. All right, let's talk about these oscillators. We've got two of them. Two of them here. And you can decide where, so with our oscillator 1, you can decide where, we've already covered this, where in the waveform you want this to be by controlling this up to 100%. So 0 will be up the top, 100 will be down the bottom of this 3D image. We can detune this up and down a full octave, and we can decide the level because we've got two oscillators in here, and I might not want this second one in here. So you can get that detuning thing that you love, that people love so much, and the same thing on the oscillator down below. We can bring that in here as well. And get some total detune madness there. Let's keep the hold on. There we go. Very meaty. Very meaty. But wait, there's more because we also have an FM for each of these. So you can see across here in the second box across is the FM. Let's just lock some notes down. Now you can control the ratio and the amount of FM. So the way this goes, it's from the two oscillators go into the per voice. So these are per voice 8. It is a 8 voice polyphony. So per voice FM oscillators, bidirectional, and then they run into a mixer, and then from there runs out to the filters, the envelope, per voice amplitude envelope, and then the master output. Hello to Ed Zielinski, who's just joined us. Hello, Ed. So we can include the FM in here. can decide the level of that. But you're probably thinking, well, that sounds really cool and really heavy and stuff, but it's not really moving. It's not doing what a wavetable does, of course. And that is where the two LFOs come into play. Hi, Tremor Bears just snuck in. So we have two LFOs down here, down below. That, let me tell you where they go. So you don't have the huge options of sending these LFOs to wherever you want, but it doesn't matter about that because ultimately, my friends, all the parameters are open. So if you want to go and fucking modulate something that isn't available, guess what? It is available because we've all got LFOs and you can, look, everything is available for you to come in here and modulate at your own leisure. But LFO 1 specifically goes to oscillator 1 and LFO 2 specifically goes to oscillator 2. And let me show you that by turning it up. If I turn up the amount, you'll start to see over here, we've got some movement. Yeah. And that is represented by the outside line of the oscillator wave. So you can see that moving around, that little outside line. It's doing its thing. Of course, we can control the shape. You've got your typical shapes that you can come in here and add. And we can control the rate. Now, this is a free roaming rate. Let's... Of course, we can control the amount, so much smaller dives. And we can also come in here and sync this. So now it is sunk to our BPM, so I'm currently at 120. So then you'll notice our divisions have changed here from free roaming to your standard stuff, 16ths, dotteds, triplets, all that stuff. The usual fare, quarter, all the way down, 16ths. Beautiful. And we have two LFOs. So let's introduce the second one. And this is where the magic happens. And we can control how much of this by moving our waveform, yeah. Well, not how much, but essentially where that starts kind of thing, yeah? All right, let's stop that. Beautiful. So it sounds rad, yeah? We've also got a bipolar and unpolar. Let's... So this is a... Sorry, unpolar. A unipolar. And a bipolar. Hi, Denise. It sounds great. Okay, so there are only two tabs in this, and they're very easy to get to. So you can see the first one is lit here, the oscillator and LFO. And then our next page is the filter and the envelope. Now, this filter is pretty wild. So let me take this amount out here, bring that back to 0. We got a pretty nice filter here. And we can get this thing screeching. It's a nice filter. Yeah. So very decent. Now, the filter envelope controls the modulation for the filter. Okay, so if you want to get this moving, you want to get this modulating, you'll need to use the amount here either in the positive or the negative. So if we go in the positive, now we can decide the rise and the fall. Or we can actually go into the minuses as well too. So we can actually do that. Now you can see it's not actually modulating or moving. Well, now it is. We've got our cycle turned on, and now we're starting to get our filter modulations. So the shorter the rise, the faster. Let's bring down the fall. And we can change the shape. Plus we can sync this to our DAW as well. So now you'll notice the rise is sunk. So we're back to our quarters and halves, divisions. And we haven't even played anything serious yet. So you can hear this is fucking pretty nice. We've got an amplitude envelope down the bottom, an attack, decay, sustain, and release. And as you can see, that controls down here our envelope. You want to create pads, you can do so. Let's take off this hold button. You get the idea, all right? So let's run through the whole preset system because it's so much fun. It is just so much fun. You'll notice over here in the top left corner, we've got wavetables. And we've got presets, so you already have heaps to play with to kick things off. You can create your own wavetables and import those in here if you wish, or this. So you can actually import wavetables, and to do that, it says here there are no wavetable audio files or folders in the Files app. But these are the places where you can place these wavetables. Right, so you can import those yourself. But what I love, so you've got factory ones here as well, all your factory ones, imported wavetables. But I love this. You can import photos. You can actually import photos to create wavetables. Let me show you how that's done. Let's click plus, and let's take, I don't know, we'll find a photo here. This photo of something that's kind of got some brightness to it. What about this? And I'm just going to call this forest and hit create. And from here, select the wave count. How many waveforms to extract? So it's up to you. Cem suggests for this 32 to 64 for most. But I'm just going to, let's go 32. And there it is. It's created a wavetable for us. Now I can click on that, tap off, and look. We've got an image wavetable going. Fuck me, that is so cool. Just come over here and change this out. Now, I've obviously got some stupid settings at the moment. So when you import one of these, it keeps all your settings. Let's see. That's the one thing you need to remember. So everything that I've kind of got set up is not relevant to this wavetable. Let's load this one. In fact, let's just do this first. I'm going to go to a preset and just hit the default preset. And then come over here and import this wavetable. So you can, here's another one here. Now you can see with this too, from my knowledge, I'm not really sure how this works, but you can see this picture has a lot of black in it. So I've used the thumbnail for today's show. That's what this is. And you can see there's a whole lot of black in it. So down low, there's not a lot of action, but as you get to the end up here, because what's the picture I used? Yeah. Oh no, so it was a Fugue Machine demo. So there's not a lot going on in that photo. There's a picture of me in the middle, which is black again, dark colors. But anything that's kind of bright, where the writing is, that seems to get picked up here, yeah? So, image wavetables. How do you add them? I'm glad you asked. Just hit the plus. We already did it. Super easy. Let's load Cem's app. I'll put thumbnail. You can name it. And there it is. And that is today's thumbnail. Let's detune it. Anyway, you get the idea. So we've got wavetables that you can choose from factory presets of sine, triangle, saw, pulse. Heaps of them for you to go through. Let's do it, shall we? We'll just hold down some notes. Arthur says, I'm not sure I can be trusted with this much power. So I'm just going through these wavetables so you can hear. Noise, harmonic series. Oh, that's nice. So as you can see, you've got a lot to choose from. But not only that, excuse me. Oh, that'll bring tears to your eyes. But not only that, we have presets, heaps of presets. Oh, I've got that held, sorry. And where am I getting? Tell you what, let's do this. We'll run through these presets. Connect. Give me a sec, guys. Please, don't let me have this running all this whole time, you dick. I fucking knew it. So I knew some of them was wrong. So fuck, my mistake. This is what happens when you're sick. I had something running in the background that I need to shut down. Sorry. So, start the whole demo again because I'm a dickhead. Analog bass. Cem's probably thinking, what is that noise? Plucked strings. Bells. Pads. And then if we come in here and load our own wavetable, say this, let's load this one in. Yeah. Oh, dude. I'm sorry, Cem. I'm so sick, man. This is such a struggle to do. So you can select a preset, right? We can come in here and do like this vocal formant. And then you can come in and pick your own wavetable because it's going to keep a lot of the settings that you had, yeah? So heaps of presets. I'm going to give you an example of something I made last night. Let's clear this. I think it's this one. Yeah. God, can't believe I fucked that up. Anyway, let's play this. So I've got 5 of Cem's apps going here. We got 4 of these going, and we got just a bounce bud happening. So I'm going to shut up for a second, have some water, try and get my collective thoughts, and let this make some sounds for you because it sounds wicked. You can also see it really reshapes well. Look at this. Even with the keyboard on, he's done a really, look at that. That's fucking hard to do. Nearly all of it gets in there. Look at that. That's tight. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Hey, thank you, Jim Shannon. That's very kind of you. Man, does this not sound good or what? Such beautiful sounds. Thank you again, Jim. I just got to say, I'm really enjoying the simplicity of some synths lately, like what Rob Jackson's been doing, what Cem's doing with this, really not overcomplicated. I can almost feel this thing going on at the moment where people are starting to do less is more. Because trust me, there's a few apps I've been learning lately that are really fucking hard. And it's an investment to learn, to put all this time in to learn something that you may not use again, if that makes sense. This is very easy to pick up and make shit like this. Unbelievable. It's just beautiful. I think this like took fucking 5 minutes to make because Bounce Bud is just great, you know. I'll take off all these effects so you can hear the synths by themselves. I love that one. That's this. What is the preset for this? It is so nice. Does it tell me? Oh no, I think I made this one. No, did I not make this? I can't remember. I made one of them anyway. I have to say I did not replace Bounce Bud with Wavemaker. No, I used Bounce Bud in combination with Wavemaker because they are really really awesome together. Sometimes you just want a synth that sounds great. Yeah, look, that's the thing. And it was interesting too with Cem because he's been doing these MIDI Bud apps and the generator apps for the longest time, and they're all fucking cool. I love them all so much. They're so interesting. But lately he's taken the step into making instruments, and you know, it's always a big jump when you move into something different, but I reckon he's smashing it out the park. This just sounds sick. Yeah, I think the photo wavetable thing's pretty damn cool. Let's just add another one. I just can't stop doing it. I'm addicted to adding stupid images. We'll call this, what is it, Bike Ride. I think that was this one. No, it was this one. That one. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I've covered most of it. I think it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. We all good? Everything all good? Your wavetables in here. Your presets are in here. You really can't go wrong. It's beautifully made. I'm not going to go through. I can go through the rest of the presets here if you really want me to. Let's do that. Let's come over here and solo this one out. Come here. Presets. And play. Alrighty, where can you get this thing? You can get it on the App Store, friends. Apparently, if I can reload up Raven's. It is Nikaya is the title. I love the name. There you go. Nikaya, $6.99 on the App Store. It works on your Mac, it works on iOS, it works on iPad, iPhone, and your Macs. So all good there. Let's get out of here for today. I think I've got shows up for this week. I'll just bring that down there. What is coming up this week? Tomorrow, what are we doing? I don't know. Can't remember. So, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so off my game. Man. Oh, we're doing this tomorrow. Circa. Looper from Audio Damage. And following that, hey, Sean. G'day. After that, we have an interview this week sponsored by DistroKid. Scotty Butters coming on the show. We're going to catch up with Scotty Butters, the guy who's does 8-hour fucking live performances on YouTube. I don't know how he does that, and I think instead of Walk With Me this week, because it's just impossible, we'll be taking a look at this. So you may need an hour and a half to hang out, because even the Sugar Bites demo goes for 2 hours, so nearly 3 hours. To say this thing's deep is an understatement. So there you go. Thank you, Cem, for always trusting me, mate, and sending a beta and getting the heads up. Great app. Fantastic. He may even give me some giveaways for Patreons if I'm lucky, if I beg enough, if I'm nice enough. Thank you all for being here and watching on the live stream. If you're watching on the replay, thank you as well. And thank you again to everybody who's reached out and sent kind words. We'll get there. We'll be back soon, full-blooded, all rock and rolling. Thomas Christ is up next. He is doing his Make It Rock show, where he continues on showing you how he makes his music rock so much. There's the Patreon if you're interested. Cem's even a member of the Patreon. Can you believe that? I'm so lucky to have such good developers hanging out. And Dave as well. All right, guys. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake. And let's Oach.